Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies, episode 19, I believe we are on. That's kind of hard to say. Yes, it is 19. Last time, Yuri came over to our house for a little study session. We had dinner, and she absolutely dismantled, destroyed, and just obliterated our toilets. It was very graphic. I actually had to cut some of the images. So anyway, now we're gonna walk her home. By walk her home, I mean walk her to the gosh darn bus stop, because we can't walk her the whole way home. It's a school night, so we gotta get to bed early. So let's go ahead and get started. Walking to the nearest bus stop, our pace is fairly unhurried. But that's all right. It's nice, leisurely walking through the night with Yuri by my side. Upon reaching the bus stop, we sit down and look up at the clear sky. Countless stars twinkle down from the endless ocean of the night. The darkness seems all the more deep and unfathomable when compared to the luminous moon. A melancholy smile graces Yuri's face, her eyes shining in the starlight. Hey, Markapi, isn't it strange to think that some of those stars we're seeing could already be dead? We just haven't realized it yet. And we may die long before we ever realize it. Humans are ephemeral creatures, aren't they? You talk as though you're not a human yourself. But it seems kind of poetic, our being able to appreciate and remember those stars' glory even after they disappear. Even though we might be short-lived in relation to the rest of the universe, I think it's lucky that we'll still be able to experience such beauty. That's a beautiful way of seeing it, Markapi. You're right. People who die, we should be thankful that we were able to spend time with them at all. From dead stars to dead people, huh? I wonder if Yuri's experienced loss before. I'm gonna say yes. Looking back at her, though, it's clear that she's once again drifted off into her thoughts. Not even the bus's arrival seems to distract her. Hey, Yuri, the bus is here. Oh, you're right. I hadn't noticed. The bus is pretty empty, although that's to be expected. Most people get off before it reaches the residential areas. Yuri takes a window seat, and I slide into the seat next to her. The night sky outside is still as dark as ever, but now it's filtered by the fluorescent light reflecting off the window. Yuri yawns, politely covering her mouth as she does so. Excuse me, I'm just feeling incredibly tired all of a sudden. Yeah, same here. We were pretty productive today, weren't we? Mm-hmm. A few moments pass by quietly with the two of us swaying gently along with the bus. Without a word passing between us, Yuri starts leaning into me. At this point, my nose is filled with the scent of lavender, mint, and lilac. Although I might not be sure of what the scents exactly are, what I do know is that it smells nice. Besides, it just feels so right. I can't help but feel totally relaxed, the warm fuzziness inside me causing my perception of time to slow to a glacial pace. Suddenly, Yuri sits back up with a jolt. Sorry, I didn't realize I was dozing off. It's perfectly okay. I can stay awake and keep an eye out for your stop if you want to close your eyes for a bit. No, I'm fine. She sure doesn't sound fine. Yuri practically can't keep her eyes open anymore. I'm not sleepy at all. Her voice has dropped down to a murmur, and she hastily makes an attempt at rubbing the sleep from her eyes. Wake me up if I fall asleep again, okay? Alright, got it. With that, we fall back into a cozy silence. Within a few minutes, Yuri's nodding off once again. She feels so utterly warm beside me. It's making my heart race. We can feel her udders beside us as we begin to melt. Back to the story. There's a certain tranquility about the vulnerability of her expression while she's sleeping. Yuri must be really tired to completely fall asleep like this. I'd hate to interrupt her well-deserved sleep. After all, she's helped me a lot today, and she should get her rest. Plus, it feels really nice to have her sleep with her head on my shoulder. But she did ask me to wake her up again. She might just be too polite to want to sleep against me. But then again, she might also want to respect her wishes. Want me to respect her wishes. I'm probably overthinking this. I'll just... Ooh, alright, drink break time. So, looking back at our Yuri decisions, of course we had the help, like, she's like, hey, I don't want help with these books. We helped her, and then we messed up. And then she said, the second decision was, like, ordering for her, but she then asked for us to do so. We just did that out of the kindness of our heart. This time, she said, hey, wake me up. So if we don't wake her up, and she gets to the stop, we'll be like, hey, like, I know what happens. You didn't wake me up. I'm gonna wake her up, because she asked us to. And that seems like the right decision. Even though we like the warmth of her head on our shoulder, we're gonna go with waking her up. That is my rationale. Let me know what you think of my decision. Am I smart? Am I dumb? Am I somewhere in between? Or am I just a cute marcop? And you're gonna like the video. Okay, we're gonna wake her up now. Psst. Hey, Yuri. Her eyes fly open as she swiftly sits back up, leaving behind only a memory of warmth on my side. Sorry about that, and thank you for waking me up. I didn't think that I'd be this drowsy. I think we made the right decision there, guys. And gals. And other. No problem. Want to talk to keep you from falling asleep again? Sure, that seems like a good idea. So what would you like to speak about? I didn't really think that far. Yuri shoots me an amused smile before looking out the window again. May I ask you a silly question? Ask away. Do you think that after graduation, we'll all still remain close? Even if we go to different universities and don't get to spend any time together? Of course, Yuri. Even if our futures take us to different places, I'm not going to let something like distance stop us from being friends. Truth is, I've put more thought into this. Whoa, hold up now. Truth is, I've put more thought into this ever since I talked to everyone about our futures. But I've decided that no matter what, I still want to stay friends with everyone. And that goes double for Yuri. Triple even. Quadruple? Quintuple even. Chad Ocho Cinco even. Yuri gives a gentle smile and scoots an inch closer to me. Oh, a whole inch? That's like all of me. Sure, sometimes we might be far away from each other, but we've got phones and planes and trains and cars. If I didn't have any other way, I'd still take the time to walk to see you. To be honest, that's comforting to hear. Although, we'll still have less time to spend together once we graduate, right? Well, I'd like to think we're good enough friends not to let something silly like graduation get between us. Yes, that's true. Sorry, I just get anxious about these things. Nah, it's probably something that everyone worries about. I don't think anyone wants to lose touch with their friends after graduation. Yuri proceeds to look out the window, lost in thought. Sometimes I think about all the memories we lose as we grow older. For instance, I know that there are some important things my father told me before, but I can never quite recall them. I wonder how much I'll remember of today in 20 years' time. Her voice softens as she speaks, lowering down to a husky timbre. I want to say something comforting to her, but don't know the right words. Well, you can always just ask your dad about it again, right? Ooh, unless he's not alive. Yikes. I think as long as you keep in touch with people and don't take anyone for granted, you'll be able to continue making happy memories with everyone. Sayuri flashes through my mind for a moment as I say this. I suppose so. Uh, on another note, I believe my stop is coming up. As the bus nears Yuri's stop, she goes through her bag to check that everything's in place. You didn't forget anything, did you? No, thankfully not. Want me to walk you home? No, I wouldn't want you to go that far out of your way. She looks down for a moment, scuffing her shoes against the floor. Thank you. What for? There's hesitation before she answers, but she quickly shoots me a bittersweet smile. For putting up with me, perhaps? I'm sorry. It's just a rather difficult topic for me to discuss. It's nothing against you, of course. Don't worry, I get you. There is no need to rush and tell me. You have all the time in the world. Your patience is forever appreciated. No problem. If you ever feel like talking, just let me know and I'll listen. Her expression relaxes as she takes a slow, deep breath. That means a lot to me, Markapi. With a slow wheeze, the bus finally stops to let Yuri off. Well, I'll have to get going now. Thank you for everything. You don't have to thank me all the time, you know. I'll see you tomorrow, Yuri. Waving one last time, Yuri ducks out of the bus and into the cool night air. Transition time equals drink time. Watch those cute little girls jump up and down. Epic. Oh man, look at that crescent moon. That croissant moon. Alright, the bell rings, signaling the end of another school day. As the usual sound of footsteps and scraping chairs fill the air, I stand up and make my down. Okay, my brain put way in there because it made sense, but way is not in there. I stand up and make my way down to the literature club. As I push the door open, the air immediately fills with what sounds like an argument. Seeing as I could hear Natsuki's voice down the corridor. We're gonna have to do a lot of Natsuki yelling, I'm guessing. I'll prepare myself. And who is here? And who is her unfortunate opponent this time? Of course. All I'm saying is that cash should be a perfectly viable option to give as a present. But isn't that a rather cold and pragmatic present? I sidle up to Monica and Sayori. So, how'd this one start? I was talking to Monica about having a secret Santa for Christmas. Which led the conversation on to gifts. Natsuki mentioned that she wouldn't mind receiving money, and here we are. We all watch as the two girls continue to squabble. Both of them still look fairly adamant about their positions. Aren't you going to break it up? I could, but I think this still counts as more of a debate rather than a full-blown argument. And I'm hoping that it gives me gift ideas. I turn back to the verbal sparring session. There's no thought put into it. All you're doing is telling the receiver to buy their own present in lieu of you taking the effort to do so. And that's the point of giving people money. I'd be way happier getting money than something I don't need or want for Christmas. You can do anything with that money. Anything. And you won't have to worry about what to do with a present you don't want. It just seems tasteless to me. There's no Christmas spirit involved. Christmas is supposed to be more than just a gift exchange. But what about people who don't know me well, or who don't know what to get me? Are they just supposed to ask me what I want? That ruins the surprise too, and at that point, I'd rather cut out the middleman and just get money as the present. In that case, they should just try to subtly get to know you better, or ask one of your friends. Yeah, because that's so easy to do. And what if I just flat out want money as a present because I don't need anything? Or because I want to save up money for something big to get myself? That's not the point of the presents, though. Okay, then what's the point of it all, huh? As I said, the point is to show people that you care for them by gifting them things that you believe they need or want. But what if I want money? Like, geez, sorry for not being rich enough to not worry about saving up for things. It's just not something you do during Christmas. Well, gift giving shouldn't even really be the central part of Christmas. But given that we do emphasize it now in modern times, we should see the process of picking out a present and gifting it to someone as a celebration of all the time you spent with the recipient. It shows that you care enough to give them something personal. Impermanent. Okay, I couldn't read that word in Yuri's voice for a second. I was like, what is going on? Impermanent presents, things that don't last, they're really just quick and easy substitutes for thoughtful, lifelong gifts. God, I'm stuttering so fucking much. Okay, if you hate impermanent presents so much, then I'm guessing you don't like food as presents too. I wouldn't say I hate them. Come on, what's wrong with food? It's a perfectly good gift. I mean, I wouldn't mind having some sweets as a gift, but items that can be tied to experiences or are more sentimental in nature make for much better gifts. Shouldn't gifts be of more long-term value? If you give someone food, they're just going to eat it, and within a day, it'll be gone. Whereas, if you get someone a book or clothes, they'll be able to keep it for far longer. But what makes you think that food can't have any sentiment attached? If you give someone food that you made yourself, there's still a lot of thoughtfulness going into it. Like chocolates. They're a pretty popular gift. Yes, but not as Christmas presents. They're typically suited for White Day or... Whoa. That's kind of racist. Or Valentine's Day. And besides, I didn't say anything about them not being sentimental. Well, you sure seem to be implying it. Who said that gifts absolutely have to last forever? You said Christmas was supposed to be more than a gift exchange, but it seems like you're pretty hung up on the gifts part. Whoa, looks like this might be heating up. I glance over to Monica and Sayuri, who shrug back at me. Should we do something? Although Monica isn't much of a mediator. It's only because you're taking this tradition and eliminating all the emotion involved. Huh? But all I'm saying is that people have different feelings towards these things. And anyway, aren't you the one imposing your own taste on others? Not everyone wants a book for Christmas. You're the one who's deriding my opinions. For someone who supposedly cares a lot about people's feelings, you don't seem to care about mine. What? The only thing I've been saying is that money isn't a bad gift option. And food, too. All this time, I've just been defending my own position. Why the heck are you attacking me over this? I'm not attacking. Alright, get this the heck out of here. It's just that you don't seem to care about Christmas spirit at all. You shouldn't try to take advantage of these traditions for your own selfish reasons. Natsuki goes red with anger, clearly fuming. Selfish? I'm not a shellfish, I'm a shrimp. I'm selfish for having an opinion about what I personally want for Christmas? Do you have any idea? So I can't care about what I get, or I'm a bad person. Crap. I look over at Malika and Sayuri, who stare back at me, eyes wide. Malika nods her head at them, as if to encourage me to break it up. Man, why me? Well, I guess I might be considered the closest to Yuri at this point, but still. Either way, I'd better intervene fast before someone says something they really regret. But whose side should I pick? Natsuki has pretty much been on the defensive the whole time, and she's actually made some pretty good points. But as much as I'd hate to say it, if I back up Yuri, I'll probably get brownie points with her. In any case, I'd better say something fast. So I'll just pick... Alright. Well, Natsuki does have a point. The whole, getting money as gift, or, gift cards, it's like, hey, you know what you want, go buy it yourself. But, I think we have to pick Yuri, because, she's Yuri. So we're gonna pick Yuri. Because she's Yuri. Boom. Natsuki. My son's shout startles Natsuki out of her anger for a moment. What? I probably should have thought this through more. Don't you think that you've been a bit harsh on Yuri? What are you talking about? She's the one who's been invalidating my opinion. But don't you think she had some good points, though? Yuri smiles gratefully at me as I say this. However, Natsuki's scowl tempers the warmth I feel from Yuri's smile. And what points are those? Well, the part about caring about what you give someone, for one thing. Like she said, the best gifts are the ones that you can keep for years and years, because those are the ones that'll carry a ton of memories. Whereas money and food, well, they're one and done types of things. I mean, I wouldn't turn up my nose at them, but they're not very memorable, are they? Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to get at. And in my experience, the more thought that gets put into the gift, the better the gift usually is. Money, that doesn't particularly require much thought to give. Yeah, at least buy the recipient a gift card instead of outright giving the money, you know? But gift cards are so annoying. I don't go to a lot of places that use gift cards, and there's always a little change left over that forces you to spend more. And what are the chances that you'll gift someone something that they'll cherish forever, huh? Aren't those things usually expensive? What if I don't have anything that I really need? How am I supposed to cling to some irrelevant gift forever? Natsuki, don't you think that you're being a little materialistic? Plus, not everyone wants money or food, you know? I think you're looking at Christmas too efficiently. Yes, part of the gift-giving tradition is getting your loved ones presents that you know they'll be able to cherish. Not just crossing off a checklist for everyone you feel obligated to get a present for. You might not think it, but irrelevant gifts could easily become relevant if the right emotions are put into it. I never said that everyone should get money and food. I never said any of those things. No one. You guys never listen to what I say. All I said is that I like getting those things as presents. But I guess only one view of Christmas is allowed, right? I can't have any of my own opinions, right? Natsuki. Shut up, Mark Copy! Wow, that cut my soul. You guys! For a moment, it looks like Natsuki's about to blow up on us. But suddenly she almost visibly deflates, the anger seeping out of her. Whatever. Forget it. I can't win against you guys if Markapi is just going to take his girlfriend's side no matter what. Yuri turns red the moment she hears the word girlfriend. Even though Yuri's in the wrong, we're not dating. Whatever. She snorts as her gaze pans around the room, landing on each of us just for a moment before moving on. I shouldn't be expecting you guys to understand. Really, I guess it's my fault for thinking that others would think like me. I probably just have things twisted around in my head. Natsuki. Understand what? Natsuki hesitates for just a second, as if deciding what to say. As if deciding whether to say something. Nothing. Hey, Natsuki, we never meant for you to think that your opinions weren't legitimate. Isn't that right, Yuri? Yes. Apologies if it came off that way. Yeah, I think they just got into the argument. That's definitely a thing I've seen happen in the debate club, that's for sure. But I think we can all just agree to disagree, right? I admit that I have been harsh during our argument. Sorry for that. I just feel strongly towards this, so... Do you have lots of good memories about the present you got for Christmas? Gosh, dude, switching between these voices, like, it has me acting up, bro. Like, my voice can't handle this. One more water break here. Ahem. Yuri smiles gently as she recalls past Christmases. Yes, my parents always chose exactly the right presents for me. I still have every single one of the gifts they gave me. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays for a reason. But, to return from the tangent, Monica's right. I believe we're both adamant in our positions, so shall we agree to disagree? Sure. Hey, between money and food, or books and clothes, I think I'd rather be happiest with an anime box set or a new video game. Natsuki rolls her eyes and mutters something under her breath that sounds suspiciously like useless. Or how about a new anime figurine, Markapi? Huh? Honestly, there are a few cute ones that I've had my eye on, but that's not something I'm just going to admit to the girls. What do you mean by new? I don't even have any figurines. I just assumed. I'm almost afraid to ask about your opinions of me as a person. She thinks you're a NEET, Markapi. I'm not even a NEET. I'm at school right now, getting an education. Don't worry, I'm just teasing. I don't actually think there's anything wrong with owning an anime figurine. Heavily breathes as I look at my figurines here. I don't have any figurines, that was a joke. But I do have, never mind, that'll be a gym tour video. I'll show that at a later date. Okay. After all, some of them are pretty cute. Yeah, they are. Do you have any, Natsuki? I know you like anime, so... Nah, too expensive. I'd rather work on my manga collection and start a figurine collection. That's probably a wise decision. It's hard enough just working on collecting one thing. So you collect things too, Yuri? Yes, just a few things. I'm guessing books are one of those things, right? Yuri nods in affirmation, her cheeks red for some reason. Okay, everyone. Now that that's over, since everyone is here, how about we get on with the Secret Santa? You know, I think that's a pretty good place to stop. We'll get right into that Secret Santa discussion next episode. So, thank you for watching this episode. Go ahead and do me 4 favors. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, help me find a girlfriend. And goodbye.